Tinubu cannot continue to defend the reason why Nnamdi Kanu has not been released. Uh, how would you react to that?
It's a big surprise that Nnamdi Kanu is still left in detention. And I wonder how Tinubu will defend that. In whatsoever reason whatsoever, in any reason whatsoever, there is no justification, whether by the laws of the land or even by his own presidential power whatsoever, for still keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. A man that has never been found with any weapon whatsoever, not even a gun,
Hmm.
not even a machete, not even any iron rod, not any weapon whatsoever found with him. And so, why would he be charged for all those charges and detained? In spite of the fact that many court judgments have freed him of all the charges against him. I wonder why Tinubu should leave him there. The only reason that I will adduce to it is that there must be hatred because he is an Igbo man, and this I find very, very ridiculous. And after saying all this, I call on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to, as a matter of urgency, release Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu from detention. That is all I can say about that right now.
Okay, looking at the Southeast governors, some time ago, a governor of Anambra State made a certain statement where he said that releasing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not guarantee security. What are they actually afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Well, apart from the fact that that governor made that statement, uh, another prominent man from the east also made statement before that governor that very soon Nnamdi Kanu will be released.
Released, yeah.
And in the follow up to that one, some of the members of IPOB who has been detained without reasons for being in detention were granted bail. When I heard that, and when I read about that, I now look at that statement that it is possible that it might soon be the turn of Nnamdi Kanu. Well, for the governor that made that statement, if in him he doesn't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, well, it's unfortunate. But to me, if Nnamdi Kanu is released today, it will help a lot. It will help a lot to contain the insecurity that is in the east right now, in the southeast, because there will be joy among a lot of people, and they want to hear what he will say. And what he will say will go to a great extent to curb insecurity in the southeast. So I think whether he's a governor or he's not a governor, we should ignore that thing that he said and walk ahead for the peace of the southeast. And the peace of the southeast, as I can see now, is revolving around the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That's all I can say.
Okay, yes, thank you for that input. Is Biafra agitation by Nnamdi Kanu, we saw what happened in Finland, justifiable?
Why not? It's not even only Nnamdi Kanu. Any other group can rise up and begin to agitate for their freedom. It is democratic, and there is no law at all that is against any agitation for freedom in any group of any nation whatsoever. So the agitation for Biafra is justified, and nobody can come and say it's not justified. Let the government look into it, let the nation look into it, let every part of the nation look into it and see how oppressive is the system of Nigerian government today. That is the reason why agitators are coming out from everywhere. It's there in the west, it has been there in the east, it might come up in the north, it might come up in the south south. So that is how it is. So I think it's justified for one and the Kanu to say, we want Biafra, we want Biafra. So the federal government must look into it and give reason why agitators should not agitate, and tell us how they can curb it. So it is justified.
You have been in Nigeria for a very long time. How confident are you being a Nigerian, sir?
Wow, that is a tough one, because if anybody want to prove his confidence of being a citizen of any nation, it is when you travel out of the nation.
Oh, you were able to have accessibility, the
Then when
do
you,
comparisons.
yes, travel out of the nation, get to somewhere else and you say I'm a Nigerian with all confidence, and then the people look at you and regard you and respect you for being a citizen of that nation. That is where your confidence lies. But I must tell you that even in Nigeria now, as a Nigerian, it is difficult for you to muzzle up confidence and beat your chest that you are a Nigerian, because there's oppression everywhere. Oppression from the government arms, oppression from the senators, oppression from members of the House of Rep, oppression from ministers, oppression from special assistants to the president, to the governors, oppression from the police, oppression from the army, oppression from the navy, oppression from the air force, oppression everywhere. So it is difficult for you to stand and say with all confidence, oh, I am a Nigerian. Look at it now. This is Christmas season. It was not like this before. Years gone by, you begin to see celebration everywhere. You begin to see joy among the citizens. It is not so today. And the whole thing started 11 years ago when APC government came into power. That is where we started losing confidence and being in Nigeria, because it has been a downtrend instead of an uptrend that we used to experience, that we used to enjoy. So I don't know what the government is planning to do about it. But whichever way, I tell you the truth, it is difficult to beat your chest with confidence that you are in Nigeria, because the benefit of being in Nigeria, we have lost it as it is right now.
Looking at Gowon and the continued killing in the north, why is it up to now we have not been able to curb the killing in the middle belt? See today, is there anything these former leaders supposed to do, or something they actually mixed that have led middle belt to continue to face bullet even with government in place?
What else will they do? The government of the day is not listening to the former presidents or former governors or former leaders. The government of the day have compromised themselves in insecurity matters in the north. How have they compromised themselves? The weapons that terrorists are using in the north today and in the middle belt, how did they come into Nigeria? When we have the customs, when we have the army, navy, and air force everywhere, we have the police everywhere. How are these arms being able to come in? Is it through the land? Is it through the sea? Is it through the air? Or is it our own soldiers that are giving or selling arms or trading arms into the hand of terrorists? It's so difficult to understand. If not for all those compromises, honestly, the war on terrorism in Nigeria wouldn't have lingered on up to this very time. But there's a lot of compromise concerning arms deal. That is why the war has lingered on. In fact, I sympathize so much with the middle belt because that is where they have been so much oppressed. Imagine terrorists or herdsmen who just invade villages in the middle belt, kill everybody, destroy houses for whatever reason that they have to adjust to it. It is unfortunate, and it is a thing of concern for the government.
So don't you see beyond just ordinary terrorism? Are you not seeing a form of conquest in what is going on in Middle Belt? Already, they are also signaling coming down fully to the south. How would you react to that?
Honestly, the South has to brace up. They will brace up very well when it comes to matter of security and insecurity. It will brace up very well because they are actually coming in through Kogi, eh? And the Benue axis where they can enter anything. Eh? From there they will filtrate into the south. So the southern governors must put their security architecture in high alert so that they will be caught. At this time, when you talk about territorial conquest, it is difficult for it to happen in many parts of Nigeria. Even in the north, that they think that they are conquering. If not that we have betrayers among the security personnel, we would have won the war for long. And if we can fish out the betrayers among the security architecture, we will be able to overcome the war on terrorism and anything that is called conquest whatsoever.